Coming at you with a quick one here today. We're going to cover 5 fragrances, and in my personal opinion, it's time to try. If you've yet to try any of these 5 fragrances, let 2022 be the year that you do it, because if you get your nose on these 5, it's a real good possibility you're going to end up needing a bottle. So stay tuned. Starting with Givenchy Gentleman BOISEE Eau de Parfum. So what's so special about this one? This has just a big ball of sexy edge to it. It just really does. And it's not too often that I can say that about an iris fragrance. But this one just compels me to speak that manner of it. It's spicy, it's woody, it's powdery and floral. But the spices really add that kind of sensual, mysterious nature to it. That little bit of a sexy edge that I was speaking of. Performance is above average. Definitely not a beast by any means. But it's a little bit different for your run-of-the-mill iris fragrance. While the EDP, Gentleman EDP, is definitely more of a creamy, balmy, slightly dressier type of iris fragrance, this is kind of a bad boy's iris fragrance that you can wear with a t-shirt, you can wear with a collared shirt, or a real nice leather jacket. Works well in the evenings, or just cuts through the cold for daytime wear. But it definitely has a mystique about it that I think's kind of got a little bit of bad boy edge, like we said before. Try this one this year if you've yet to get your nose on it. Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum BOISEE. Available at all the major department stores that carry Dior designer fragrances, there's no reason for you to still have not gotten your nose on Dior Sauvage Elixir. This is a must try in my opinion. This is the best version of Sauvage. Of course, again, my opinion. But man, another one that spice is the name of the game here. It's dry, it's aromatic, it's a little creamy as it starts to settle down, but it's very, very spicy, woody, and aromatic up top. I love that about it. It's got a little touch of the Sauvage DNA without smelling like Sauvage. So if you weren't a fan of any of the other versions of Dior Sauvage because of all of the ambroxan and that shower gel smell, maybe they were a little too sweet for you or just too fresh. Well, this is none of that. It has little hints and little hits that will remind you of some of those other fragrances in the line, but this definitely stands alone. Has stellar, absurd longevity and performance on this one. It's no slouch. You don't need many sprays, and it's definitely extremely attractive. Another one that has kind of a sexy bad boy edge, if you will, because it's a darker, spicier type of fragrance, but you need to get out and try this one. It's very pricey for a designer fragrance. Definitely try before you buy, but an olfactive experience, and one that is must try in my opinion at the very least. In 2022, make sure to get your nose on Dior Sauvage Elixir. 2021 release for the SPICEBOMB line last year that had some hype right when it came out, and then the hype kind of died down. I've featured it a few times, but I don't see enough people really posting scent of the days of SPICEBOMB Infrared or really talking about it and giving it its due. This is more of a Red Hot's aromatic, spicy take on the SPICEBOMB line. Lovely, lovely fragrance that actually works great in evenings across the board, year round. I even put this in a summer date night video in 2021 because I believe it'll really do well, because it's not an overwhelming type of fragrance. It doesn't wear very heavy like some of the other SPICEBOMB fragrances in the line tend to. It doesn't have an inordinate amount of sweetness to where it'll get really cloying, but it does have this Red Hot's candied aromatic nature to it to go with some of the spice. It's a lovely fragrance that doesn't overwhelm. It wears kind of light and airy, but still performs very well. It's still in a 6 to 8 hour range in longevity, and the projection, like I said, is light and airy, but not too light. It kind of falls somewhere in between wearing heavy and wearing easy. And a lovely, lovely fragrance. You can see that spice is kind of the theme thus far in this video. Some of these spicy fragrances are going by the wayside. In 2022, you need to get your nose on them, especially fragrances like SPICEBOMB Infrared from VIKTOR and ROLF. You need to get your nose on this rose fragrance. That's right. I said rose fragrance, that being Zaharoff Signature Rosé. If there's one rose fragrance for a man to try, it's definitely this one. It's a rose incense. There's 3 different types of rose, between Turkish rose, 2 different Bulgarian roses, but there's a little bit of a sugar vanilla bean sweetness that's not overwhelmingly sweet. When I say sugar and vanilla bean, you may think it's very sweet, but it's not. There's oud. You may think it's a heavy oud smell, but it's not. It's a little bit of warm wood. So well blended, it sticks to the skin. Even hours into the life of the fragrance, you'll think it's gone away, then your body will heat up just a little bit and it'll start projecting again like you just gave yourself 2 or 3 more sprays. This stuff will come back to life on your skin. These oils stick to my skin like glue. It's not a beast, but depending on how much you spray, it absolutely can be. A very unique take on a men's floral rose fragrance. While if you don't like rose fragrances, rose is just not your thing, that does not mean this is not an olfactive experience you need to experience. This is a must try because this may change how you look at men's rose fragrances if you get your nose on this. Samples are available from Zaharoff. There's always a link below with 10% off for you to get your hands on a travel atomizer or a sample decant set. You definitely need to try this one in 2022. If you let it go by the wayside in 2021, which this is a release from 2021, you've just yet to get your nose on it. Let 2022 be the year that you finally try this, because this may be the rose fragrance that you didn't even know you needed with Zaharoff Signature Rosé. Finally, one of my absolute favorite designer releases of 2021. It kind of takes what's best about the AZZARO Wanted line, mixes a little bit of the Armani Stronger with You DNA, and you get AZZARO the Most Wanted. Hands down my favorite in the line. This is rich, robust, very spicy, has this lovely toffee candy sweet type of dry down. It's a beautiful rich fragrance. Performance is stellar on it. This is just a beautiful fragrance. If you were a fan of Wanted by Night, in my personal opinion, this is better than Wanted by Night. I'm not going to knock Wanted by Night. It's a great fragrance for what it has done for men's designer fragrances over the last several years. But this is just overall better in my opinion. Takes kind of the back and forth of what was great about Wanted by Night or what's great about Stronger with You and combines the two. If you can't seem to decide either way between which one is just the fragrance for you, Wanted by Night or Stronger with You, just get this and you get the best of both worlds. Stellar performance, great in the evenings. Not the best choice during the day for cooler weather, but if you just love the scent profile like I do, you can absolutely wear it casually during the day in the cooler weather. But you need to get your nose on this one. Sample worthy, if nothing else. In 2022, get your nose on AZZARO the Most Wanted. Well, that's the 5 I have for you today. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. This was a bit quicker paced video than some of my other style videos, especially when it comes to top 5s. I was thinking about some of these fragrances were on my mind. I had been sniffing them and I thought about it and I said, you know what? More people need to try these. These are some newer releases for the men's realm, and not everybody has gotten their nose on them for some reason or another. And I felt like, hey, let's shed a little light on them. Let's highlight a few reasons why I think everyone should try them. Let's put it in the video. And here we are. And until next time, I will say, if you do end up getting your nose on any of these 5 and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.